Ancient Egypt, a land of pharaohs and pyramids, a place of mystery and wonder. For thousands of years, this civilization flourished along the Nile River. Ancient Egyptians were known for their wisdom. They made incredible advancements in many areas. Their art and architecture are still admired today. The ancient Egyptians left behind a rich legacy. Their tombs and temples tell stories of their beliefs. They believed in life after death. They mummified their dead to preserve their bodies for the afterlife. Their pyramids are some of the most iconic structures in the world. Ancient Egypt continues to fascinate us. Their achievements in medicine, mathematics, and astronomy are remarkable. Their sophisticated understanding of the human body is evident in their mummification practices. Their calendar system was based on the cycles of the sun and stars. Let us journey back in time. Let us uncover the secrets of this ancient civilization, explore the wonders of ancient Egypt. The pyramids are the most famous symbols of ancient Egypt. These massive structures were tombs for the pharaohs. The pyramids were built with incredible precision and skill. They are a testament to the engineering genius of the ancient Egyptians. The most famous pyramids are at Giza. These are the Great Pyramid of Giza, the Pyramid of Khafra, and the Pyramid of Menkaure. The Great Pyramid of Giza is the oldest of the 7 wonders of the ancient world. The pyramids were not built by slaves, they were built by skilled laborers. These workers were paid for their work. The construction of the pyramids was a massive undertaking. It took many years and thousands of workers to complete them. Most Egyptians were farmers. They lived in small villages along the Nile River. They grew crops like wheat, barley, and flax. The Nile River flooded every year. This flood deposited rich silt on the land. This made the land very fertile. Egyptians were skilled craftsmen. They made pottery, jewelry, and furniture. They traded these goods with other civilizations. They used hieroglyphics, a system of picture writing. They wrote on papyrus, a type of paper made from a plant. Life in ancient Egypt was not easy. People worked hard. The hot sun beat down on them, but they also had time for fun. They played games, danced, and played music. The pharaoh was the ruler of Egypt. He was considered to be a god on earth. Pharaohs were very powerful. They controlled all aspects of life in Egypt. They were responsible for maintaining order and justice in the kingdom. They led their armies into battle, oversaw the construction of temples and pyramids, and ensured the prosperity of their people. One of the most famous pharaohs was Tutankhamun. He became pharaoh when he was just a boy. He ruled for about 10 years before he died mysteriously at a young age. His tomb was discovered in 1922 by Howard Carter. It contained a wealth of treasures. Other famous pharaohs include Akhenaten, who tried to change Egypt's religion, Ramses II, who ruled for over 60 years, and Cleopatra VII, the last pharaoh of ancient Egypt. Section 5. Egyptian Gods and Goddesses, a world of many deities. The ancient Egyptians were polytheistic. This means they believed in many gods and goddesses. Each god had different responsibilities. They controlled various aspects of life and death. Egyptians believed that their gods were very powerful. Ra was the sun god. He was the most important god. Osiris was the god of the underworld. Horus was the god of kingship. Anubis was the god of mummification. Bastet was the cat goddess, associated with protection and good fortune. Egyptians worshipped their gods in temples. They offered them food and drink. They also held festivals in their honor. They believed that by honoring the gods, they could ensure a good harvest, good health, and a happy afterlife. Section 6. Afterlife Journey to the Underworld. Egyptians believed in life after death. They believed that when a person died, their soul would make a journey to the underworld. If the soul passed the test, it would be granted eternal life in the field of reeds, a paradise. They mummified their dead. They preserved the bodies for the afterlife. They buried their dead with everything they needed for the afterlife. This included food, clothing, and tools. The Book of the Dead was an important part of Egyptian funerary beliefs. This collection of spells and prayers was intended to guide the deceased through the dangers of the underworld and ensure their successful arrival in the afterlife. Section 7. The Gift of the Nile, Ancient Egypt's Lifeline. The Nile River was the lifeline of ancient Egypt. It provided water for their crops and transportation for their goods. The annual flooding of the Nile deposited fertile silt on its banks, allowing farmers to cultivate crops. Egyptians used the Nile for transportation. They built boats from papyrus reeds and sailed up and down the river. The Nile was also a source of food. Fish were an important part of the Egyptian diet. The ancient Egyptians developed sophisticated irrigation systems to manage the Nile's waters. They built canals and dams to control the flow of water and direct it to their fields. The Nile was not just a source of water but also a symbol of life and rebirth in Egyptian mythology. Section 8. Unraveling the Past. Discoveries and Mysteries. Archaeologists have learned much about ancient Egypt. They have uncovered tombs, temples, and other ancient structures. These discoveries have given us a glimpse into the lives of the ancient Egyptians. The discovery of Tutankhamun's tomb in 1922 is one of the most famous archaeological finds of all time. The tomb contained a wealth of treasures, including Tutankhamun's golden death mask. Another significant find is the Rosetta Stone, which helps scholars decipher hieroglyphics. Despite these discoveries, much about ancient Egypt remains a mystery. The exact construction methods used to build the pyramids are still debated. The meaning of some hieroglyphs is still unknown. Section 9. Conclusion. Echoes of Ancient Egypt. Ancient Egypt was a civilization that achieved greatness. Their architectural achievements, religious beliefs, and cultural contributions continue to inspire and intrigue us today. Their knowledge and innovations influenced the development of Western civilization. Ancient Egypt left an indelible mark on the world. Their art, architecture, and mythology continue to captivate our imaginations. Their story reminds us of the power of human ingenuity, the importance of understanding our past, and the enduring allure of ancient cultures.